everyone, my name is Tara and today we're going to do a yoga flow to work on improving hip mobility. So hip mobility is a little bit different than just working on flexibility of your muscles. So working on flexibility is more like when you say take a strap and pull your leg in to stretch out your hamstring. That's working on flexibility. Mobility is really more about how your joints are able to move through their range of motion. So for good mobility, you do need good flexibility so that your joint can move into the range, but you also need strength and stability. This will make more sense as we move through our flow today and you see what kind of movements that we're doing. So in our practice today, we will be doing some traditional yoga poses with some hip mobility, more exercises mixed in. What makes it yoga is us connecting our breath with movement and really keeping our mind-body connection. So really focusing on keeping the mind and the body connected through our practice. So with all that said, we're going to start in standing today. Okay, so starting in standing at the top of our mat, bring the feet together or hip width apart, hands down at your sides, palms facing forward, slight bend in the knees, spine up nice and tall, close your eyes. So here in Tadasana, mountain pose, just take a moment of stillness, grounding into the feet, allowing the crown of the head to be tall, going up toward the sky. Take 3 breaths here. Last breath. Go ahead and allow the eyes to open. Everyone step the feet so they're a little bit wider than hip width apart. You're gonna have your toes pointed slightly at an angle. We're gonna go down into like our yogi squat and then come back up, okay? So we're going to bring the hands into prayer, squat down, knees are coming out toward the sides of your mat as you squat down into your yogi squat, so all the way down. And then power through your heels, press through the heels, come up to standing, reach the hands up. Okay, if that's difficult for you, go down as far as feels good for you. So maybe you just do a little half yogi squat. What you really want to think about is making sure you're pulling the knees out toward the sides of your mat so they're not collapsing in. Okay, with the breath here, so you're going to inhale as you lower down. Exhale, power through, come back up. Inhale down. Exhale up. 2 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Bring the hands back into prayer. Return to your comfortable breath. Reach the arms up. Go ahead and dive forward. Hands placed down onto the floor and step back into your downward dog. Just take a moment in downward dog. Take any movements you need. Maybe bending one knee, straightening the other knee, working the heel to the ground. Keeping that mind-body connection. What does your body need today? Which is something we can kind of really explore as we work on the mobility of our hips. Everyone go ahead and find some stillness in down dog. 1 breath here. From downward dog, step the right foot forward into runner's lunge, then lift up into crescent. 1 breath. From here, we're going to power through and we're going to bring our come up to standing, bringing the left knee into the chest, okay? So go ahead and press your way up to standing. Left knee comes into the chest, hands down at your sides. Breathe here. So we're not holding on to the leg, so we're really using our muscles to pull that left leg up and in. Keep the spine straight, so no rounding of the spine, abdominals engaged. Breathe. Relax that leg down. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, come up to flat back. Exhale, step it back, down dog. 1 breath here. Step the left foot forward between the hands, coming through runner's lunge, then lift up to crescent. Hold 1 breath. And then same thing, powering through, bringing the right knee in toward the chest this time. So as we come up to standing, the right knee comes in towards the chest. So power through, right knee into chest, hands down at your sides, breathe here, pulling that right knee up and in. That's where that strength stability comes into play when we work on mobility. And a little balance. Breathe here. And relax that leg down, back into Tadasana. Go ahead and shift side to side, bending the knees if you just need to work the legs out a little bit. And then I'm gonna turn and face you. You stay facing the front of the mat. Left knee comes up and in again, like we first did, okay? Holding here, breathe, one breath. And then see, without your hands, can you bring that left knee over to the left? Keep your hips pointing forward. So my legs moving to the side, my torso is not moving. My pelvis is still forward, so it's just, the motion just coming from my hip joint. One more breath. Come back to center, relax it down. Switch sides, right knee up and in. Hold it here, find the stability first. Breathe. And then can you bring that right knee out to the right? So the right knee comes out to the right, torso stays forward. Breathe it here. Connecting with the breath, one more breath. Bring that right knee back to center, relax that leg down. Okay. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, come up to flat back. Exhale, step back, downward dog. One breath. In downward dog. Move into three-legged dog. So left foot is going to ground down. Right leg reaches up to the sky. Take a breath here. And then we're going to take hip circles. So you're going to bend the right knee. You're going to drop the right knee down and then bring that knee up and around, circling the hip, trying to keep the motion coming from just the hip joint, okay? So your torso isn't moving around. One more in this direction. And then switch directions 3 times, circling the hip around. Slow and controlled. After your third one, straighten the right leg up, drop the right foot down, switch sides. Left leg reaches up, hold it a breath, bend the left knee, drop the left knee down, bring that knee up and around, making circles. 2 more in this direction, slow and controlled, keep breathing, and then switch directions, 3 circles. After your last one, straighten the left knee up to the sky, drop that foot down, 1 breath in downward dog. And then drop down to your knees, cross your feet behind you, and then come into sitting onto your sit bones, moving to Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. So you're gonna have the soles of your feet together. In this variation, make it more like a diamond shape. So you want your feet a little bit further out. You don't want to be cranking the legs in. Sit up nice and tall, fingertips down at your sides. We're going to make this an active butterfly or bound angle. Bring the knees in together, okay? So it's like you're closing the butterfly, and then slowly allow them to come out to the side. Keep the spine straight the whole time. Knees come in and lower down. 3 more. Keep going. Inhale as the legs come in. Exhale as they come out. Inhale, legs in. Exhale, legs out. Return to your comfortable breath. Scoot the legs in a little bit. Hold on to the ankles. Draw the shoulder blades down and back. So a little mini cow in your bound angle. And then relax back to neutral spine. Cross the legs. And then come to all fours. You should still be facing the front of the mat. Okay, we're gonna move into a pigeon pose variation. It's gonna be, I think it's mermaid pose. So instead of having the leg straight back, it's gonna be a little different. So this is what it looks like. So you drag the right knee forward, sit onto the side of the right hip, left knee bends in. Okay, so my hips are kind of open here. So my right leg is in traditional pigeon, left knee is bent in. Turn and face over that right leg, okay? So you're facing the right leg. Pitch yourself forward a little bit while keeping the spine straight, okay? So you're leaning forward a little bit. With the back leg, we're gonna be working on hip internal rotation. So what it looks like is this. So your knee stays where it is. You lift the left ankle up to the sky. So my left knee stays in contact with the ground. I lift my left foot up and then lower down. This might be a pretty small movement depending on how much mobility you have in internal rotation in your hip. So just lifting up and down like that a few times. Again, keeping the pelvis stable, really tuning into the sensation that this is just the hip joint itself moving. It's a ball and socket joint. One more. Relax down, place the hands down, unravel yourself, come back to all fours, and switch sides. So left leg drags forward, coming into like this mermaid pose variation. So the left leg is like traditional pigeon pose, right knee is bent. Hands placed down to border the left knee. Pitch yourself forward while the spine stays straight. So you're leaning forward just a little bit. Right knee stays where it is. Right foot lifts up to the sky and then lower down. So it's rotating your hip. It's internal rotation. Keep going, a few like that. Nice and slow and controlled. 2 more. Last one. Good. Place the hands down, come back to all fours. Tuck the toes underneath you, send your hips up, down dog, 2 breaths. Relax the knees down, cross the feet behind you, come back to sitting, and then move into a wide leg position, okay? Okay. All right, so that's it for our mobility portion. We're gonna work a little bit more on just some stretching right here in our wide leg position. So, knees are straight. Sit up nice and tall, toes up to the sky. You could stay here if this feels like enough for you, or go ahead and take a forward fold. So if you wanna take a forward fold, just be mindful to keep length in the spine as you fold forward. And just breathe. A few breaths here. One more breath. Walk yourself back up. Go ahead and side bend to the right, so left arm overhead, side bend toward the right leg. Right hand can go to the left inner thigh. Breathe. Come back up to center, switch sides, bending to the left, right arm overhead, left hand to right inner thigh. Keep yourself lifted so don't just collapse into this. Keep that right side of the body opening. One more breath. Come back up to center. And then go ahead and guide your legs back in, bringing them into a cross-leg position. Place the hands on your shins. Draw the shoulders down and back. Open the chest for cow. You can look back if that feels good. And then come back to neutral. And then make yourself comfortable here. We're just going to take a little brief meditation to end. Okay, this is just as important as our movement through the practice. Just taking that time just to bring it all together and really reconnect the body and mind. Okay, so whatever seated position is comfortable for you, take that now. Palms can be up, palms can be down, doesn't matter today, you choose. Close your eyes, keeping the spine nice and straight. Just reconnect with the breath here. noticing your inhales and exhales through the nose if possible. Take a moment here to offer some gratitude to your body and mind for being open to explore movement, explore maybe some different postures or exercises that maybe you haven't done before. Thank your body and mind for being open to this exploration. And also offer your body thanks and gratitude for its ability to provide us with support, but also for its ability to provide us with movement. So just feeling into that gratitude here as you connect with the breath, connect the body with the mind. The two are always connected, but sometimes we don't see this connection as clearly, so it's in moments like these that we remind ourselves. Go ahead and place your hands on your heart, so one hand on top of the other, at the center of your chest, the heart space. We'll close here with one more breath together. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Returning to your comfortable breath, releasing the hands down. And when you're ready, blinking your eyes open. Thank you for practicing with me here today. Namaste. Thank you guys for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed that flow. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button right below me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.